blessed. I'm doing well. How are you?
Brooklyn,
How's it going?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Always Brooklyn. It's always Brooklyn.
Always Brooklyn, always. I guess let's go here, man. Did you expect the battle to do what it do?
I did. I did. I prepared for it that way. And honestly, going into the battle, I figured I was like, if there's any round I feel like she could take, it would be the second, and that's what happened. But I mean, in the at least in the building. So
Okay.
yeah, she yeah. So no, yeah, I anticipated it that way at least.
Are you saying because your second was your lightest, you feel that way, or why you say your second round?
Well, I wouldn't say it was like the lightest, but I felt the first round would be punch heavy,
Okay.
and then I knew the energy of the third round perhaps would be enough to procure the win of the third round. So I felt like if there was any round that she could snatch, I felt like it was going to be the second.
Okay. So where do you rank this battle in the Pristavia discography of dope battles? Where do you rank this? I got this as top three, top two.
Top two, top three. Okay. Wait,
Official.
every official and yeah.
I like Danny Myers.
Um,
He one round battle at Gates of the Garden, but I love your material against Danny Myers. I got at the
thank you.
Gates though. But
Thank you. I love that battle anyway because Danny's Danny, so Danny does what Danny
right.
does, and so
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say the same. And as far as like material, yeah, I like a lot of my material from my other previous battle. I like my material against H&H Zeke, so he's not
Okay.
as known as the other people, but I liked my material against H&H Zeke. And yeah, and I certainly like these. I mean, I like my material in all my battles, right? Because I
Right,
write them.
right, right,
But
right, right.
when you go back and you look and you're like, okay, I could have improved here. You still learning certain things. And obviously I'm still learning, but I was still learning certain things. Like, oh, okay, this and that and that. But nonetheless, yeah, I like my material in those battles. So no, I am. I mean, I'm proud of what I presented against Coffee. I
Now
like it.
the streets are saying two part. This is what the streets are saying. Two things they're saying.
Hmm.
Best female battle rap this year alone, even though we're in March, right, Chris?
Hmm.
I get it. And on top of that, overall, one of the best battles this year. Forget gender wise, period. Just in
Hmm.
battle rap periods, that Pristavia and Coffee Brown is one of the best battles. Do you feel like, do you put a C word next to it yet? How do you feel? How do you feel? Classic? Are you put it there? Or,
I mean, it's obviously still early, but I'm glad that what Coffee and I were able to do presents like replay value that people could go back and watch it. And some people already said that when it was up that they've rewatched it a couple times. So I like that it has that type of replay value that I think we both did really well. I think Coffee did really well.
what's dope also, Prince? Because a lot of times, right? You can have main event battles, right? And they don't really be like that though. They
Lived up
don't
to
really
the
be
hype.
like respectful. They don't be like they be cool. But, all right, main
Yeah,
event was cool, but it didn't really hit you in the chest though.
yeah,
This was
yeah.
the middle of the night and it hit you in the chest because I watched this battle in its entirety. Then I watched
Mhm.
it two times afterwards. I don't think it's on YouTube anymore, right? It may take it
No,
off YouTube.
I think it was taken down. Maybe I guess they're preparing to release it individually more than likely. So I guess yeah, because I don't think it's on there anymore. Yeah.
Well, obviously, you and Coffee will be the first battle they drop. Duh, that's not breaking news. Is there a date? Is there a date that we had? Do you know about that? They
I
plan.
don't. I don't. I have no idea.
I
I'll
hope
be.
next
I
week
guess I'll
though,
find
Chris. I hope by next week they drop
it
that
right
joint.
there.
I hope so though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
I gotta run the numbers. Like I gotta run those numbers. Yeah.
How did you feel about Coffee overall?
I like coffee. I like
Mhm.
coffee. I always like coffee. You know what? I mean, there's a lot of things that I appreciate about coffee. I like she has developed and she always had like her level of confidence, so therefore conveys well in her presentation. She's
Right.
always going to maintain aggression,
Mhm.
like even if she's like losing a round or whatever, I never see her morale diminished while
Okay.
she's rapping. I feel like her level of presentation and professionalism is maintained. As a matter of fact, she might even go harder. Like we saw what she did. Like after the first, I think it was clear that I took the first. Her
Yeah.
second, she went up there. You know what I mean? And I knew I had to fight in that third because she was up there. But I love her presentation as far as like she maintained professionalism. Even if an opponent is getting the best of her, it doesn't kill her morale. So I think I like that about Coffee. I like her. She's a cool girl.
Your first round was crazy. I mean, I thought that was the best round of the whole battle. I don't know how you feel about that though,
Thank
about your
you.
first round, but I thought your first round was just phenomenal. Just your panhandling ball you had. I mean, only you can say some Mario pulling the flagpoles down, and that should still hit in 2025. You know what I mean? What was that line you had about the comfortable enough to get in the fridge? That shit was
Yeah.
crazy. What the hell was that you said?
Yeah. So I did a whole setup, as far as like, I mean, you better not even open your, like, say you get comfortable, you better not even open your lips. Those would be the last words you say before you go in the ditch. Y'all ever had company over? It was like mi casa es su casa. That's exactly how you gonna be on the corner's table. Comfortable enough to go in the fridge. I was trying to think of a comfort, like how do I flip it comfortable?
Jesus.
And I was like, oh yeah. Once I was like, okay, we have company over, they comfortable like that. The first time they come, you get in
Uh,
the water, you going to get the stuff. The second time your company's over, you're like, listen, you can
uh,
go in the fridge, So, and I thought I liked when she battled Twork. Twork is crazy. His with the thing when he did about her getting comfortable,
right.
that was, oh man, I
Uh,
was like, I gotta have something that's almost as good as what he does as far
yeah,
as
that
like
was
a
wild.
comfortable bar flip. So
And when you
yeah, yeah,
said
yeah.
they said even when the condom was on that she gonna show some love, bite marks on her glove like Mike Tyson, that's crazy. Like when you write shit like that, do you know that it's gonna hit though? Are you expecting it to land? Are you sitting there like, damn, I'm writing some cool shit right now? How do you feel? You're the one writing it. You loving it though, but how do you feel as a writer
You
though?
know what? I learned though because I learned that because I could write something and I could be like thinking like, oh, this is gonna be the one, and then it might not do what I figured that it should do.
Right,
So I no longer just try to, like, you could be surprised, like they could surprise you. Either they're not listening or they're gonna catch it on camera or whatever.
right.
But it could be something that I write and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna hit,
Mhm.
and they might not catch it in a moment. So because of I've learned from that, then um I don't try to over predict as far as like which one is gonna get this tumultuous reaction, because what will happen is, when you pause, like you'll say the bar, and because you're expecting this tumult, it'll throw you off when people don't react. So, and
Mm.
this is why when you see people, they're like I see, they run it back 50 million times trying to get you to get it. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna wait for I'll wait for and conform around and become malleable to the audience and how they read. You know
Mm.
what I mean? So because even with that bar, it took a while for them to, like, a second
You
for
know,
them to get
but
it.
you know what's funny about you, Prince? I felt like throughout the battle, there was like a 2.5 second delay with the fans and attendance because you were like, catch up, you gotta listen. You said it yourself, you gotta listen. And I feel like you, Twerk, Nitty, and a few other people also, right? You gotta really pay attention when y'all rapping though, man. Cause y'all be saying some shit like, oh shit, you're like, oh shit, I just caught that. It's like a delay almost and shit though, and
Yeah, yeah,
everything like that.
yeah.
And you're very good. You're very good at that though. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
thank you, thank you.
Anything like that,
That's
man.
why I like that Twerk was in the building, because I knew if no one else, Twerk, especially like the Bible bars. I said if no one else, Twerk is gonna hear everything I'm saying. So I
Right.
was so glad that he was in the building. Like
Uh,
even my very last bar when I did the Stephen Hawkins, he finished the line.
he did. He did finish the
Twerk
ball. He did
finished
finish.
the line. I didn't even. He predicted what I was about to say, and
Uh,
so when I know that you got to air like that, so Twerk, shout out to Twerk. He helped me out because I'm
mhm.
like certain bars that if it's gonna go overhead in the moment,
Right.
I knew Twerk would be one of the people that was gonna hear it immediately.
What is it with you when you land that we really feel that shit though? Like when you land a ball, yo, that haymaker and shit though, your shits be landing. A lot of people bars be land hit though, but yours really hit though. How much pride do you take in writing though? Because you
I
can just
take
tell you take pride. You can just tell you take pride in writing and shit.
For sure, for sure. So yeah, because I'm an '80s baby, so we a little bit old school. We're used to it. We take pride in, and we come from the era where we wrote our stuff. We wrote our own
Mhm.
stuff.
Right.
So and so yeah, 100%. I take pride in knowing that I'm writing 100% of my bars. So
Mhm.
I 100% take pride in that. And it's always the Brooklyn pride. Yeah, it's always like, I'm from
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
Right. Um, does it bother you when people try to say to you that you be in different crews? Where we at with that though? Like,
No,
how do you
it
feel about
doesn't. I feel like that was like my first time hearing it because,
that? Right,
for one, it doesn't bother me because it's not true. So anything that's not true doesn't bother me at all. Because I'm like, the only crew I've been a part of is Gun Titles.
right,
I've never officially been a part of any crew. Now, if you're calling leagues, okay, I started with uh a Gate to the Garden.
right.
That's not a crew; it's a league. I just
It's a
started
league,
on a
right.
league.
Mhm.
I was a part of, and obviously I still am a part of, Bags and Bodies, but
Mhm.
that's different. Once again,
League.
started as a reality type of thing. Now is a league. That's a league. It's not a crew. The only crew I've ever been a part of is Gun Titles. And
Mhm.
so of course people associate me with with the Christians, with the A wards and things like that. And those are my people. But I've never been a part of the Horsemen.
They dropped the
Um,
ball. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. I say I would tell Low Show A Ward,
you
hymns.
think so?
They dropped
You
the
think
ball big
so?
time. Let me ask you a question. If they asked you to come join them at the time before Gun Titles, would you have joined them?
If the Christians had asked me before Gun
Before,
Titles,
before the Gun Title situation, would you have joined A Ward Low
yeah,
Show?
yeah. If they
Uh,
had asked me before,
y'all
if they
dropped.
had asked me before, I probably would have. But you know what? I do like my fit in Gun Titles. I was completely surprised. Again, I was new to the culture, so I wasn't familiar with a lot of the people or even the fame and the status of a lot of the people.
Okay.
So I wasn't as familiar. I mean, I knew that people that Surf was big, but I didn't
Right.
know how big that he was.
Mhm.
So, so when he was in my inbox, like, yo, you a bad mother. And then I realized they like, and when I told like Saga and Elijah straight, they was like, oh, Surf hitting you up, whatever. Uh, I was like, yeah. They was like, yeah, like it's a no brainer, like, you know what I mean, like. so
Mm.
um, so yeah, no, I appreciated Surf for like seeing or predicting the trajectory with which I was headed and for appreciating my rap talent. So
Mm.
now, shout out to Free Way.
I done seen whole families get shot in the same PJ like a Christmas photo. That's crazy. Yo, that is crazy. Listen, did the judges get it right though? Because some people feel, how do you feel about this? I don't know if you heard about this. Some people felt Coffee got robbed. Respectfully, Coffee, I feel the judges got it right. I'm just an old head in battle rap. If I picked a battle, I would have had. I would have the 2-1. And mind you, Pristine, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I thought Coffee's gonna win the battle. I'm gonna keep it real, but I felt watching that battle 4 times. I still felt it was 2-1. After
I,
four watches,
I
I still
felt
felt it was 2-1.
I feel that the judges got it right. I think she did what she was supposed to do. There's nothing that you could take away from her performance.
Right.
She executed perfectly. She looked amazing.
Mhm.
She did everything she was supposed to do. She performed and everything. But what happens is,
Okay.
a lot of people judge battles based off of all the other and everything other than bars. And so just bar for bar, I think that it went the way that it was supposed to go, just bar for bar, you know. And I had some people like who judges based off of bars alone who told me on the side I won all 3 rounds just going off
Mm.
of bar for bar.
Okay.
So, but because you have to give her points for that, she rebutted in the second round, that
That
she
parlay
had
ball was hard though. That
yeah,
parlay
they
ball
had
was
to explain the bar to me because I don't, I didn't know. I don't know about the whole fan. I didn't
yeah,
know what that
yeah,
was about.
yeah,
But but the crowd obviously understood because it
yeah,
got the reaction that she was
yeah.
seeking.
Mhm.
So just off of bars alone, some people said, "No, I got you have me having all 3 rounds." But you do have to include other things such as her energy that she had. It was still she had good bars in that round, and she rebutted.
Mhm.
So I think it went the way that it was supposed to go.
Mm.
So
You don't like fake angles, do you?
you know what? Honestly, I'll be honest. I don't care. It honestly doesn't bother me. But the reason why, the reason I had to do some level of talking, I had to stop her momentum in a sense, like going into the third. So I had to get the audience to realize what they were doing. Like, oh man, y'all listen, y'all gonna listen to this. These are fake angles. These fake angles, man. Y'all gonna man, y'all horny. That's why y'all going for it. So I had to touch into the psyche to
Right,
prepare them for my third. But honestly, I
right,
don't care. I understand that it's a part of battle rap. I don't care. They could say anything. When 'cause the first time it happened, was when I was doing a 2-on-2, me and Yo Bull versus Mac Myron and Cali Smooth in the house,
mm,
and the first time. What's his name? Mac Myron. I love Mac Myron. He's hilarious. But when he said Pristavia was doing this with bad news, I'm like, oh, no, I didn't think nothing. All right, that's part of his battle rap. I know he's going to say whatever. He said it again, and I'm like, oh, you lying. You lying. I said, I was open season.
uh,
I'm making up stuff on everybody from now
uh,
on because now I see, oh, that's a part of battle rap. So for whatever you got to say to win the battle, I'm not mad at it. Every battle, it's a new person that they add. So it's battle rap. I'm not mad about
mm. So you're not gonna take a hiatus, are you?
it.
You're not gonna leave us with this and be gone for 6 months, and we can't find you, and we don't know where you at. You just left us Coffee Brown, and that's it.
No, no, no. I wouldn't do that. And people last year was an inactive year for me, not really by choice, but because
Mom, mom and everything, right?
well, that too, but really, it's just I really didn't get a whole bunch of invitations. Like, you know, um, Remy. I normally do a lot of things with Remy, but Remy, besides that one card, Remy didn't have any other cards. For the most part, Remy, she invites me to most of her cards.
Right,
Um, and it has to, like, the numbers have to kind of sound right, and other things, the
right,
logistics have to sound right. So it wasn't like I was intentionally taking a hiatus, although I needed it because I got a lot going on. I got um. So I don't plan on oversaturating myself because there are projects that I'm also trying to develop. I'm also, like you said, a full-time mom. Obviously, a
right,
full few jobs. I'm in school. I'm in seminary. I'm busy 24/7.
right,
So
right, right.
there's always 24/7 is things to do.
Mm.
So I'm not gonna oversaturate myself, but I will be outside. So if it, like I said, if it sounds right, it look right, numbers is right, and I'm with it.
Any dude you want to battle? Because you get busy against the guys too now. I'm not gonna put you in a box.
Let me see. I used to say some names. I wouldn't mind battling Arsenal. I like Arsenal.
Okay, you're ours.
I don't
Okay,
know, Mr.
okay,
Disrespectful.
ours.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
Okay,
battling Arsenal.
okay.
Um, I'm not sure. I gotta think more. Who else is that? Because when I was not as active in the culture, honestly I wasn't watching battle rap as much, so I don't know who's been doing what lately. I don't know the current news as far as like who's doing what. So, but
Yo,
I like
that's crazy. You've been removed from battle rap, and you come back and you just give us a performance.
completely removed, completely
Is that,
like just.
do you like it that way? You look like you're relieved. Like you like it that way. I'm glad.
It
I'm
is.
so
I
nasty.
do. I did, like, I was really enjoying the being removed from it for it. I was really enjoying it.
Not mad
You
at you.
know,
Not mad at that.
so yeah. But when I'm back in it, when I thought, then I watch a few battles from the people that I like to get either inspiration or whatever the case is like that. Then
Okay. What about females? Any females?
somebody, you know what? I never thought about this matchup until somebody just recently mentioned it to me. But I
You
don't
a
know if I
vixen?
should say it only
You a
because
vixen?
I want it to be a surprise if it does end up happening. So I'm not gonna say it. But I know Shuni been active, so I gotta see Shuni.
You a
I know
vixen?
Shuni been doing her thing.
Yo,
Who else?
you a vixen?
Me and Vixen? You wanna see me and Vixen? I want my Vixen. Oh, all of them. I know it talks about me and Jazz. So that would make two.
Brooklyn or Brooklyn? Even though Jazz went to the West
I
Coast,
know.
I don't even know if Jazz is Brooklyn anymore. She act like she was some Cali
She
shit
done
now.
a bit now.
Yeah,
You
I love you,
still, she's
Jazz.
still,
I'm just saying.
she's enjoying her Cali life. Let's just say that
Yes,
she's enjoying her Cali life. It is. You
you and
know,
Jazz got to see each other at some point, though, right?
at some point we gotta be at loggerheads. At some point, Jazz is the homie, but one day, you know what I mean. We gotta
No,
collide.
does it got to be this year or next year? You think? I would think by this year or next year, right?
by later this year or next year. You know what? I think that this was a good battle as far as developing in the correct trajectory,
Okay.
because Jazz obviously been getting busy. So as far as this is looking good. So if I either two more people, and depending on how that progresses, then I think it'll be ripe for Jazz and I to collide. You know what I
Listen,
mean? Like
Jazz.
it's the build. It don't need that build up, but like if two people been getting busy, then people be anticipate. Then like, oh yeah, then they get excited to see a me and Jazz. You know what I mean? So I want them to get
Listen,
excited.
listen, Jazz. I'll say it. Pristavia and coffee is a better battle than Jazz and coffee.
You think so?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Respectfully, I think coffee would say that too. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all.
Well, let me ask you, what's the reception that you got from the battle? Because obviously, like you're battling on a timeline. It was nothing but love when you and Coffee was rapping. Nothing but love y'all was getting online. Nothing but love on
Yeah.
both ends of the spectrum
Yeah.
and shit. You know what I mean? It's almost like when the battles, okay, round one is dope. Round two is dope. All right, ladies, just one more round. Let's bring it home, ladies. Give me one more round. We out here. And you ladies deliver this shit, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all delivering and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Listen, before you go, I really hope you battle. I don't want to see you take time, 20 months off, though. We're in March right now, so we're going to let you breathe. But by May, June, by summertime, please, I hope we see you again by summertime at
if
least.
somebody has something going on, they invite me.
I wish Chiller would have called you for his event. That would have been a nice card
Who? You said who?
on Chiller Jones' card for his TBL in Houston in June.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Chiller,
Listen, Chilla. Hit me up.
hit up the state.
Somebody.
Just saying, easy. Rems, somebody had these cards going up. Please hit Pristavia up, man. But listen, sis, I appreciate you as always for giving us a very, 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 very dope battle. You know what I mean? I appreciate you a lot, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love, love, love. Shout out Pristavia. Y'all know the vibes already. Brooklyn, the fuck